Henry Moore. I had a dream about Henry Moore that someone had rammed into his sculpture, crashing into it while joyriding. And it hadn't budged the sculpture, and it was now inside the centre of the car, squashing the seats out of the way, still on its plinth. Everywhere around Castleford was a slag heap, mountains made from unusual coal dust. The river's air and colder was yellow and blue. Along the back of the Maltkins, along the air, dead rats were poisoned and would line the edge of the river. They were huge. Henry Moore. I went to visit the pit. Henry Moore, right famous he is, him. I went to visit the pit at Welldale. When we got down there, the lights flickered on and off. We saw how really black it was, damp, cold and wet. The sound of water dripping everywhere, muffled drilling noises. Or would end up dead like some children whose cave burrow collapsed on top of them. was into art and metalwork at school, always drawing, and I enjoyed making things in metal. A toasting fork for a cold fire would come in handy in the cold winters. A copper ashtray from my grandfather, who worked at the same colliery as Henry Moore's father. I learned welding at the Tech 1 day a week from school, the Mining and Technical College. It seemed there was a lot of controversy about his work, what it meant. Coal fire smog from the narrow rows of streets. Later in high school, we were asked to do a presentation on an artist we admired. I forget whom I chose, but one girl in my class chose Henry Moore. She showed examples of these wartime drawings in the London Underground and photographs of his sculptures. I liked the sculptures and the idea that they could be outside and accessible to everyone. By then I was leaving Cass by bus, travelling 9 miles over Heath Common. By 16, I got myself a scholarship to go and study art at Wakefield College for 2 years. Henry Moore also got a scholarship to study art in Leeds. It was here I learned more about Moore from Jan, my art history tutor. At last, something interesting by him. Nice strings, a bit like a harp. A cage where a bird could fly out of it. It was open on one side, a bit like a pram. Presumably the bird would return so that it could play a riff by pecking the strings. Could it be amplified? Thatcher, Thatcher, milk snatcher, Maggie, 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 ow, ow, ow. I saw in the mid-80s some Henry Moores, ignoring them for more interesting stuff. Coal fire smog from the narrow rows of streets. Thatcher, Thatcher, milk snatcher, Maggie, 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 ow, ow, ow.